Hi guys, how you doing now? We've just got back from looking at some old stuff, and actually a lot of the old stuff is the city itself. El Segundo is becoming an
90.
antique.
Almost.
So this next show, we really want to make it a party show and a knockout show.
Didn't help, did it?
Not really, no, honey, no. But anyway, so what we're trying to tell you is, if you have old stuff relating to El Segundo or to do with anything part of the city, from the politics to the sports to memorabilia of any kind, chevron or whatever things you have to do with El Segundo, we would like to see it. And we would even come out to your house and take a look at old buildings, etc., etc. Maybe some, old snapshots of
old people. But what I wanted to say is check later in the show. We're going to have contact information. So if you've got something old and cool and interesting about El Segundo, we want to be able to know where you are, who you are, so we can make contact with you. Speaking of contact, let's look at some old photos presented by
an old friend of ours.
A very good old friend of ours.
Yes.
Here we go. Hello.
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 Hi there. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Old Stuff Show. It is the Dorian Gray. All right.
Oh, thank you.
Right. And what have you brought along here, Dorian?
Well, what we have here, Laurence, are two photos. They're related in a way. This is a pencil portrait of my great-grandfather, C.K. McDowell, done by a man named Douglas in the wilds of West Texas in 1892, when C.K. was 22 years old, and it's actually quite finely done.
It is, yes.
And in terrific shape. It's been handed down through my family. I
Sally
talked about it a little bit in the column.
She's the artiste.
Oh, it's well done.
It is very
handsome
well done.
guy.
Yeah.
Indeed he was. But he was
runs in the family, I can see that.
Lived in Dickens, Texas at the time. That was the town he won in a poker game.
He won it in a poker game?
Yeah.
He won the whole town?
The whole time.
Oh, must have been a good poker player.
Wasn't much of a town.
They still own it, that town?
Huh? No, of course not.
So that's a cool piece, man.
Original frame.
Yeah, nice. The frame is actually very beautiful, yes. Gold leaf at one time. It's like a cherries. Is that what we say, cherries and oak leaves? Or
berries.
Berries? Cherries and berries?
Holly leaves.
And then
there's the evidence of the silverfish again I was talking about in a previous episode. So watch out for those little silverfishes.
Okay. And then can we look at the photograph?
You can indeed.
It is
a photograph of then President William Howard Taft in his last few months in office. You see it's dates from December of 1912, inscribed to my great-grandfather, the man in the pencil portrait, in gratitude for my great-grandfather's help in gaining him the Republican nomination, which he proceeded to squander by losing the election.
All right.
But nevertheless, for a few months, made my great-grandfather an assistant attorney general in Washington for the help that he had given him during the campaign.
Signed by Mr. Taft.
Yes.
Yes.
And
it's
a great piece. I love it.
It's a photographic piece done by Harrison Ewing, Washington,
Ewing.
D.C. Ewing. That's the way they say it in England.
Ewing.
Original frame?
Yes. Original frame.
Yeah. In both cases.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is a...
Obviously, the two together.
These
quite
ties
important.
are now back in fashion with the double Windsor knot.
So, are they now?
Yes.
Expect you to be the last person to know that.
Ah, there you go.
Very interesting.
So this is my family is very good about preserving family history, and these are a couple of examples of that. They may not be of particular antique value, monetary value per se, but
that's true. If the most is the actual signature on that piece, you could check out a signature book, and that would tell you exactly what that would be. I do have one. I can look it up for you.
Oh, terrific!
But I think the two pieces together enhance the value, whatever the autograph is worth.
And certainly from a familial point of view.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's why
To be
preserving
handed
family
down
history
to your son,
as
who
custodian,
is
has
named
the same middle
after-
name as C.K. McDowell, Calliston.
I saw that. Very good. And of course you should have it.
Well, my pleasure.
Come again.
I hope to.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
This is Pam. I'm Sally. Laurence.
Nice to meet you.
El Segundo resident?
You bet.
Pam has brought this beautiful vase, and why don't you first tell us where it comes from?
Well, it's my grandmother's, and it's the only thing left of hers that I have. So it's very, very special to me, and I use it all the time.
Was she from Europe?
No, no. Everybody's from the United States.
Okay. A bit of a puzzle, this piece. Looking at it up in the sky, it's got some beautiful, when you hold it up to the light, some cobalts and the reds really shine through, which to me sort of makes me think it may be a Czechoslovakian origin. This is a satin glass here, and what would you call this, honey? It's like a...
Well, it's an applied, like a drip glaze, drizzle glaze. I think that they had it facing this way because of the application on the base.
It runs right through, yeah. And it's very strange because it has these bumps on the inside. So it may have been blown with a scallop, and then this other glass is applied and filled up the scallop. This unusual piece. I haven't seen anything like that before.
I haven't seen anything like that either. So
I don't know who made it, but I would guess it's Czechoslovakian origin. In the art glass, it'd be an art glass piece.
What sort of age do you think that it has?
Oh.
It's older than you.
Yeah, somewhere around about the turn of the century. So it's old stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Got one or two little. Yes, it's in good condition. A couple of what they call little flea bites, but other than that, difficult to put a price on that, as I don't know who made it.
Well, just wing
it's not. Well, it's not signed or anything like that. I would say maybe $250.
See? So I had said perhaps $150. So $150 to $250.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Thanks
I appreciate your help.
You should maybe, if it's in the house because of the California earthquakes, get some of the earthquake dough so that
so it doesn't fall.
You know,
sure. No, that's a good idea. I do use it frequently. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That was some help to you.
It was actually.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. Thanks for bringing it in.
Yes. Thank you.